Hi friends, welcome back to our channel Education Hub. As usual, again we come back with another useful lecture. This lecture is on Visual Basic. Here, along with the download click we are giving to you. So, you can able to get Visual Basic details. Our first lecture on Visual Basic is already uploaded. Therefrom, you can get the detail. Others detail or the theoretical part you can able to get from this lecture. So before starting, once again I am telling you, if you like our channels or videos, then don't forget to subscribe our channel. And obviously, after subscribing, don't forget to press the bell button to get all our lectures. It is our guarantee that all the lectures will be educational and will be helpful for your career purpose. So, please subscribe our channel. If you like this video, then don't forget to give the thumb and don't forget to share because our channel needs that. So, today our lecture, that is the lecture 2 on Visual Basic. So, before starting, once again I have to tell you our channel Educational Hub. Please don't forget to subscribe. Let's start the lecture. Computer system. Computer system consists of hardware and software. Here the block diagram of computers is given. Digital computers block diagram. Obviously I have to tell. Input device, central processing unit, and main memory part will be processed and gives you the output. Now, let's start the discussion over software. Software refers the program that runs on a computer. Two categories of software you can able to get. One is operating system or system software. A set of program that manage the computer's hardware device and control their processes is known as system software or operating system. For example, Windows, Vista, Mac OS, Linux, etc. Application software is the second one category of software. The program that make the computer useful to a user. That is, for example, we can see Microsoft Word, Adobe PDF Reader, etc. So at a glance, we can able to say that software is categorized two way, that is operating system and application software. Operating system is the interaction between hardware and application software, whereas application software is the outer part of the software. It's the interaction between system software and user. So these two main software we need to process any type of operation. So software refers a set of sequence of operation, that is nothing but program that run in the computer. I think you can able to get. Now after that, programs and programming language, that knowledge we know. What is program? A program is a set of interactions that enable computer to solve a problem or perform a task. Here figure 1, 2 shows you that the first figure already you are able to get. That is the example of program steps which calculator application. The program steps is called also algorithm. So please go through the slides once again. After every discussion, always I give you some time to go through our slides. You can back the video and you can see the pictures also. In that video, we cannot doing that. So I'm giving you the time to do that. for your better understanding. If you like these channels, then please subscribe and ask your friends to subscribe this channel. Share our video. So I think you can able to get the programming language, the software's details. Now we are elaborately discuss the other things is a main motto to go to the Visual Basic. Before that I am telling some theoretical parts, as because in case of your Viva type of question or interview questions, there you face some theory based questions, that this video will helpful for that. Are you able to get that? All these videos. It is our second lecture on Visual Basic. First lecture already how to program, how to code, how to design, that was shown. Here some theoretical parts is given. As for your beneficial commands will help us to upload more and more videos regarding any topics. Here also I am telling you the steps of programming languages. The steps of our algorithm must start it from a computer understand, then CPU process instruction as a series of ones and zeros is called machine language. There are tedious and difficult format for people. Instead of programming language, allow us to use the words instead of numbers. Software converts programming languages. Now the history of programming languages, that is machine language, you can able to get from the slide. The computer hardware consists the microelectronics. Here you can able to get. Please follow the screen. Here the low-level programming languages. Before starting that again, I am telling you the machine language, why it is beneficial. Machine languages are the low-level programming language. Here also I am telling you the steps once again before starting, only because of that. Why the machine language, that reference I have to show. That's why I return it back and I am showing you that. Go to the slides. Now the machine language. Already I discussed the computer hardware consists of microelectronic switches which can switch on and off. This on-off switch starts with the 1 and 0. So the machine level languages also consist of 1 and 0. One example is given. You can follow from the screen. The machine language is CPU types dependent. It is every type of CPU has its own machine language. Machine language are low level language. Once again I am telling it because the interview purpose you need they face this type of questions. Now come back. The next slide. The programming language discussions is there. Assembly language. Assembly language, that means the assemblable way we can able to represent the assembly language. The mnemonics places 0 ones. The mnemonics add reads to represent add operation. Add bx and ax. That means here we have to add AX code with the BX code. Here this type of the operation done in case of assembler by using the assembler, which is also a program. You can go through the slide, you can able to get it more. Next, high level language details is also given here. I am giving giving you these slides only because there are some, in case of Visual Basic, some interview questions may come to your side. Then that questions will be important for you. High-level programming language are more resemble English language than low-level language. Visual Basic is not just programming language, it's a programming environment with the tools to create screen element, write the programming language statements. I'm giving every times to read you the slides. See this? High level language is continuing. High level language allow programmer to write program in more readable form. For example, gross pay hours into rate. Here the programs written in high level language should be converted to the machine level language by using interpreter and compiler. Interpreter translates the program from high level to machine level language line by line, whereas in case of compiler, the machine language directly compiled the total program, entire program. So please go through, which will be more beneficial for you. Now the language portability, what is that? Language portability in a low-level language are CPU dependent, thus they are not portable. High-level language CPU independent, they are portable. Compiler that work for specific type of computer system made of high-level language portabilities. These are the topic which may come to your interview purpose. That's why before starting the details of VB, I am showing you that only because of the purpose to solve the theory based question answer. Now the different programming modes. You can able to go through procedural and object oriented. What is procedural and what is object oriented before, because VB is a object oriented language. So that type of questions is coming. What type of programming language you are getting? So here the two types of main programming language you can able, procedural and object oriented. What they are, that detail you can able to get. Go through the slides. Procedural means legacy model, whereas modern model is known as object-oriented programming. Every time I'm giving you some good. So every time I'm giving you the time to read the slides, so it is beneficial for you to read. It will be beneficial than just telling you something more. So again I am telling, if you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe our channel. There we will regular basis uploading various important computer related lectures. All the lectures are beneficial for your career purposes. Different parts of computers in our lecture topics. So please don't forget to subscribe our channel. Education Hub is a very useful channel for you. Now the procedural programming language details I have to tell you. Here the pictures from you can able to get the radio receiver programs. I am showing the just flowchart of that. You can get that details from there. The program concentrates on the major task that program need to perform. A program accomplishes a major task which divided into subtasks and accomplishes by subprograms. Please go through the slides. You can able to get start a program, get the frequency setting and volume setting of a user, receive the radio signal, extract the audio signal and radio signal, send the audio signal to the speaker. That way the procedural language is going on. That means it's a sequence maintaining stepwise going on topic. Go through the slides. It's beneficial for you. Every time I will not repeat. I'm giving you the time to read the slides. It is more beneficial. I think this type of lectures is helpful for you for interview facing questions answer. Our next lecture on Visual Basic, I will tell you how to program. Already in our first lecture, you can able to get the design and coding part with some example. In our next lecture, you can able to get the how to program, what is the need, necessity, that details. So here the procedurals is you can able to get from the slides. Next we have to understand about object-oriented languages. Our modern languages, especially Visual Basic types, all are object-oriented language. So go through the slides and now we will discuss what I already told you, that is the object-oriented programming language. The difference of procedural language and object-oriented language. What is procedural language? What is object-oriented language? Why we shift to procedural to object-oriented? This type of very common questions for our interview quizzes. So that questions may come, and in our various lectures we will try to upload which will be beneficial for you. So subscribe our channel. Day by day you will able to get more and more beneficial lectures. I am giving you the time to go through the slides. You can re-lesson also. It will be beneficial for you to get all the slides and all the details which we will learn after that. I'm giving you enough time to re-lesson because of after procedural, this is a part of computer science and our programming languages. There all the syntax, all the sequence should be maintained properly. One after another should come. If anybody anytime need wise, you cannot shift the sequence order. But in case of object oriented, here all the classes and details will be declared, but as per need the object will be called, so it will be more beneficial, or not only beneficial, I can able to say it will be more details. Here from you can able to get object oriented programming, construct the flow object that extracted from real world object. The major task of the program is accomplished by sending message to the object in the program. Here see this, user interfaces is there. set frequency, start receiving, stop receiving, etc., etc. These are user interface. When the signal received, the extract the audio signal extractor is there. Through this audio signal extracted and converted to the audio signal into the sound goes to the speaker. That means all the action will be processed as a class wise, but as per need you can able to change. We are telling about object oriented language. So what is object? The simple object should we have to know. Object is a consist of object wording programming language. Its object model is real world object which can be visible or invisible. Sometimes one can able to touch untouchable. That's the suppose for example car, person, employee, air, credit, received, account, etc. Why that? Suppose you have a car. So every time, in case of the night also you are sleeping in the car. You are using car? No. As per your need, you are using your car. So person, suppose you have a friend. Every time you are talking with your friend, you are chatting with your friend. No. As per need, as per our wish, we can able to do that. That is the thing. Object is such thing. Object oriented programming here. All things is given and defined in our class. As per need, we can able to declare it. We can able to define it. Defined is there. Declare. We can able to call it. Again, I am giving you some times to go through it. So in case of object oriented, that is all things is there. It is already defined, declared. Now whenever you need, you can call. Some example of objects is given here. This is a Visual Basic. Visual Basic is a very GUI mode. GUI object oriented form. That is GUI means already you know, graphical user interface. Obviously from our first lecture you know at first we have to design, then only we can able to code. It contains data and actions such as hourly pay, rate, property. You can able here a form is designed. Where from we are designing it, all the details we will discuss in our next slides also. It is a continuation of lecture. See this. Here are some actions we are taking such as calculate, gross pay, and close the button, etc. So here I have to tell you this form that is written number of hourly wages or hourly pay rate. These type of things should be later written by our labeling. Whereas we have the input we can able to, that the user can able to give. There we need two text box to design it. Calculate gross pay or close. These two are command button. Therefore we can able to design. And the label gross pay earned, that can be also written by the label. And the calculated result, how can you show? This all we can able to define. See here, these are the label. These are the text box I referred. You please follow the screen. The screen is very important. You can able to get from there. These are the button controls. All is this are known as object or controls. This all objects we can able to draw here. You all know that Visual Basic is not only an object oriented language, it is an event driven programming language also. Why we call it we will discuss. Before that, the text box control, label control, or the button control, these I am discussing here. You can able to get from the slides. Please go through the screen. You can able to get. I'm mentioning it properly in our this lecture as because some of your my advisor or my students, they ask me that from the first lecture they can't able to get what we have to draw by using what. That's why I'm showing it once more in our this lecture. Next lecture also will be helpful for you to program. To get the next lecture or other lecture, don't forget to subscribe our channel. So right now I think you can able to get. So let's start the discussion about event-driven programming language. VB is an event-driven programming language. It's a GUI environment where all the event or action that takes within the program is given there. They are from clicking button or click event. Keying as a text box event, we can able to get it. The Visual Basic controls the capable of detecting many events. Programs as a response an event if the programmer writes the event procedure. Go to the slide. Event driven, that's why the designing part is more easier and you can able to design the outer look by using that. Next we have to use the coding part. That means we already know that from our first lecture that the Visual Basic have two parts, that is the object view and the code view. Object view, therefrom you can able to design. The designing action will be taken by the event-driven programming. Even the clicking option from there, we can able to design. So event will be helpful for you to design part of the VB. After writing that, where the controls we need, there we have to give the code. That's why our VB is also known as event-driven programming language. Now, Visual Basic controls, as a Windows user, we are already familiar with the Visual Basic controls, that is label, text box, button. These all details you can able to find in our first lectures also. It is the pictorial view and the details is already given in our first lecture. So here I am just mentioning that controls once more only because of our interview purposes. So please go through. In our next lecture, the details of constants, variables, what way we are using that, we will be discussed there. Here I am giving the Visual Basic Visual Studio, what's the purpose, only the applications or the details. Please go through from this our screen. And next lesson, the constants, variables, the controls, and how to use that, how to program, that we will tell our next lecture. So again I have to tell you, if you like this type of video, if you want more, what type of video, you can give the commands. If you like, then please give your thumb there, and obviously share this type of videos for your friends or your known person who are eager to know the question answer. Here the links is also provided. Many of students ask me to give that. That's why I upload that. Here from you can able to download. You can practice your VB. So at the end of this lecture, I already come back. That's once repeat. I have to tell you here the theory-based questions answered, interview questions of Visual Basic is given here. Our first lectures is already for some examples and the details is given. Next lecture we can able to get the details of constants and everything. So again I have to tell you, subscribe our channel to get all the lectures. All the lectures will be beneficial for you, for your education purpose, because our channel Education Hub is always in your service to provide you more and more lectures. So at the last I have to tell you, subscribe, like, share our videos. Thank you for listening this video. I think you were able to get some benefits from this video. Next lesson will come soon. Thank you.